Cancer is a nasty way to die. And so I think getting rid of cancer, at least in terms of being able to manage it much more effectively, is important. What's happened often in the past is it's become political. So what we see is an amount of money going into research going up and then down to get it up and down. And that's very hard, to do research because you need a steady stream. What's happening is young people right now, what we're seeing it on a daily basis, less young people are going into science. And that's going to be a travesty for this nation. What research does is fuel. It fuels the economy. It actually drives the economy. It's the new things that come out of research. And if you don't feed it, you may not see anything happening in a few years, but down the road you're going to see catastrophe. And you can see nations, one after another, they've gone up as they put in more money into research, and then as soon as they become complacent, they think they've arrived, and then they go down and another country takes over.
People have to realize, and I'll use Taxol as an example, that it was 22 years from the time that the very first paper was published about Taxol until it was approved by the FDA. Fortunately for me, I was financed by the NCI throughout this period. But let's say it stopped after 10 years. That wouldn't have moved forward. I think the idea that some of these projects take a long time, and scientists have to know that their funding will be sustained, that it's not going to stop next year, but that they'll be able to finish a project and bring it to fruition. And if we had stopped funding that people were getting to develop Taxol, it never would have made it.
I believe that we risk losing the important leadership role America has had between 1944 and I'd say 2000. We were the unquestioned leader in biotechnology, molecular biology, genetics. People from all over the world came here. The Chinese sent droves of people, and they had nowhere to go. So they populated our universities, and we were doing great science. Today, the Chinese have a place to go. There's some wonderful labs there. A lot of the people we trained from Europe and Asia are back at home, and we're going to be challenged as the leaders in thinking and in developing this field of biomedical science and biotechnology, which is going to drive a lot of what advances are made in the 21st century.
We are at the cusp of major discoveries in science that will benefit many patients. However, we are concerned about the modest investment in cancer research in the context of the burden of cancer in the United States as well as globally. All types of research is important. We need to first understand, what are lifestyle choices that people can make that may help decrease the risk of cancer. What are the biochemical changes that occur that lead to the development of cancer? We're going to find those things by investing in basic or bench research.
I'm actually worried about the future of science and cancer research in this country because it has not really been a national priority. And as dean of a graduate school, I have seen the change. And other countries are recognizing the need for this. No country grows and moves forward without advancing technology and advancing the health care. And I think that's something we need to recognize, and I think we have to invest in it. And sometimes the payoffs are long-term.
We are making so many exciting discoveries now, and we understand much more than we ever have had about cancer, how it develops, what the causes are. We have so many new targets, so many new ways to treat cancer. The whole immunology field has exploded. And what's limiting us now is funding and making sure that the good people are getting funded and continuing to make these discoveries.